Anyway, now, obviously you're not going to drop the belief that there is corruption within our government simply because you wouldn't really like what that would mean for reality. It might mean you don't want to believe that, but it doesn't give you a reason why you should believe that there's no corruption in government. Now, at one point, Veritas, you kind of get close to understanding where we're coming from, and then you go in the complete opposite direction.
I've yet to really hear any definitive argument for atheism. Now, the response has been, well, of course not, because atheism is simply a lack of belief. How can you present a positive argument for the negation of a belief? But I'm not asking you for an explanation. It does nothing for you to say to me, well, here's the reason why you haven't heard a positive argument for atheism. The point is, I haven't. I'm not convinced.
So after being told that there's not supposed to be an argument for atheism, you still complain that there's no argument for atheism.
Attacks on theistic arguments are not the same as reasons for me to become an atheist, and I explained this in my previous video.
So tell me, Veritas, do you believe in that there is no invisible pink unicorn behind you? Okay, if you believe there is no invisible pink unicorn behind you, can you please give me an argument for that belief that there is no invisible pink unicorn behind you? You can't do that. You can only show that there's no argument for that there's no reason to think that there is. So to state that the reason why you still believe in theism is because there's no positive argument for atheism is a bit fallacious. Yes, they are. That's kind of the point. What? Look, Veritas, if I make an argument, a successful argument against theism, if my argument shows that theism is not true, and I convince you of this, then you are starts with A, ends with theist, you'd be an atheist. That is the same thing. The only way I can convince you to become an atheist is to show you that theism is not valid. That is the only way to it. There is no other way. So tell me, Veritas, do you believe in that there is no invisible pink unicorn behind you? Okay, if you believe there is no invisible pink unicorn behind you, can you please give me an argument for that belief that there is no invisible pink unicorn behind you? You can't do that. You can only show that there's no argument for that there's no reason to think that there is. So to state that the reason why you still believe in theism is because there's no positive argument for atheism is a bit fallacious. So to summarize, no one is convinced of atheism. They're just not convinced of theism or deism. So now you mention in your video that you're aware that this isn't trying to, disprove atheism, which doesn't really make sense at all. That you're not trying to show atheism to be false, you're just showing atheism to be a dark view. But the title of your video is Why I'm Not an Atheist, not why atheism would not be fun. So to summarize, Veritas, perhaps there is no meaning to life, and perhaps atheism is a dark view. I'm still waiting for you to actually explain why you think theism is true. And I'm sure you've given a lot of that in your other videos, but I'm just saying that nothing in your videos actually states why you're an atheist, why you're not an atheist. Pretty much nothing. Plenty of why you wouldn't want to be one, or why you wouldn't want to have to understand things to be that way. Plenty of, I think it would suck if things were this way, but still, nothing towards your title. at all, in my opinion. So, well, let me know what you think, and everyone have a nice day. Honest Discussioner,